Hi, hello, this is Kazrisk right here. Now, start that over. Hi, hello, this is Kazrisk right now you're watching another Let's Play here on youtube.com/Kazrisk, and today we're going to be playing Super Mario Maker. And what I'm going to do throughout this week is show you the levels I've made so far, and then also kind of show you the behind-the-scenes way of how I made them. Show you the editor mode, and overall we're just going to have a great old time showcasing levels. And at any point, if you want to, leave a comment down in the comment section below with the IDs for your levels, and I'll play them on the channel and show them off to people, tweet them out, and kind of get some publicity for your levels. And also you get to see me react and play them and maybe judge them with lots of love. I'll never be mean to anyone's levels. It takes a lot of work to make these levels. It's really hard, which is what I'm going to show you. And so this week what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the very first level I made, and then kind of a series that I established. And so the question block was actually the second level I made, but we're going to show that on Thursday, so this will be Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's supposed to be a whole world. You start off on kind of the 1-1 vibe, and then you go to the underground, and you go to the airship, and you go to Bowser's Castle. And I kind of got the same thing going down here, which we'll show next week. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the very first level I made. And what I'm going to do is I'll play it, and then I'll show you the editor side of it. And so let's go ahead and click play. The Great Flood. And so before Mario Maker even came out, I had the idea to make a level where you had to play it, and then you had to replay it underwater. And so there'd be certain mechanics that wouldn't make sense right off the bat because you're not underwater yet. So like right here, you can't jump up there no matter how hard you try, because I've tried a lot to play test it, and you can't get up there, and it's kind of like, why is that up there? But you can't get up there. So the arrow tells you to go this way. And then immediately you come to another spot where it's like, well, why are those there? I can't even go there. Why wouldn't you just put a wall there? But there's a reason for that. And so you go here. You can't hop up there. You can't hop up there. Oh, crap. And so you have to go about it that way. And I also wanted to kind of experiment with certain things. Like I really wanted to make a part of a level that had that whole block mechanic where the Koopa went back and forth. And I wanted to start off a level with the whole 1-1 layout. But this was kind of a happy accident. I found out when that Koopa went down there that it cleared that and gave you a 1-up, and it was a really satisfying feeling. And so we need a power up here, so I'll hide that one there. We'll get a 1-up from up here. And then you come down here, and immediately there's another spot where it's like, well, that makes no sense. And I feel like there's going to be some people that are going to try to hop down there. But don't hop down there, because you don't need to go down there yet. It's fine. And then my whole channel is all about the red and blue. My logo's red and blue. Everything has a red and blue layout, and so I put those guys in there to kind of add to the challenge. In case you got hit there, though, I always give you guys a power-up, because I want you guys to stay as Metal Mario, and I'll explain why later. Oh, and just as I say that. Now, originally, I had Bowser here, and he was supposed to kind of be like a Bowser's Castle final boss thing. But the problem was that he shot flames, and it made kind of that earlier part with the bullet bills a little too hard. And so then I have my 1-up there, I have a wiggler here, and then what's this? What is this? I'll just keep going. Oh, I can't keep going. I must go down here. It looks kind of like a well, does it not? With all of the vivacious green life around it. Because that's what it's supposed to mean. But see, now you're back here, and it's the same level all over again, only now it's underwater. And so you have the Goombas in the same spot, only this time they're swimming. You have the Koopa in the same spot, and so it's kind of cool, huh? And so then you come here, and now you can actually swim up there. And one of the things I'm not too proud of is if you come over here, there is really no way to prevent me from like making you just go over here. And so I thought, oh, now because you're underwater, I'll put cheat sheeps there that are blocking your way. And I thought it kind of made sense that they wouldn't be there earlier because, you know, cheat sheeps are only underwater, but yeah. And so then you come up here and you find out there's a bunch of cheat sheeps up here, and you have to use a fire flower to get farther. And so we'll go ahead and we'll shoot them all. And I found the best way to do this is to go ahead and hug the top. Because I wanted to make this really full. Like, I wanted to make sure you needed the fire flower to get farther. Because then I wanted a reason for that pipe to be over there. See, it all has reasons. There's not one thing that's out of place here for just absolutely no reason. For the sake of trolling or for the sake of difficulty. And I mentioned on my Friday Let's Play of going to the Nintendo World Championship levels that rarely do I do playing trolling. And even if you accidentally kill that guy, that Koopa right there, even if you were to stomp the Koopa, because he's underwater, he wouldn't even go this way. Like, he wouldn't even hit the bricks. He'd just float right over that gap. And so you can't go that way, and you're forced to come back down here and kind of maneuver through the bridges and then go where these piranha plants were that you couldn't get past earlier when you weren't underwater, which I thought was a really cool touch. That was kind of foreshadowing. So now you get that power-up back. And one of the big reasons I want you to be Metal Mario is because Metal Mario has one of the special sound effects when you go underwater. He has the Super Mario 64 power-up star. And so here you can party for a little bit. And I originally ran into a problem where I actually ran out of the power-up, like right there, because I was too busy getting the coins. And so if you do come in here, there's a few more stars for you, and you can go forward. And see, if you try to come down here, you can't do that. The Cheeps once again block your path. And so I wish I would have found a little bit more natural ways to go about that. But it was my first level. Cut me some slack. I think for a first level, this is pretty darn good. So you can use that to get another power-up. Oh, this time, though, I'm kind of running out of power-up stars, so I need to... or superstars, so I need to go this way. So that's still the same. And in order to make this a kind of a challenge, I made him homing devices underwater, although that hasn't really been a struggle so far. And the chain chomp's still there. He's still hanging out underwater. You go through this door. And this time, you can't even go under there. It's just shooting at the power-ups, and it says drain. So you go over here. You go in the drain. There's the castle there, but you can't get in the castle because underwater it's all frozen over. Must be cold water. But if you come out of the drain, the world's unflooded. You can wave hi to the people at home, and you jump on there. Here we go! Right on. And so yeah, that's my very first level, the Great Flood. I'll put the ID in the course description below. But now let's hop over to edit mode. Any unsaved changes to the course you're currently editing will be lost. Is that okay? That's fine. I was even working on one. And so this is the editor mode, and I think I showed that in my Friday video, but if this is the first video you've seen of Super Mario Maker, for some reason you stumbled across me, this is the editor mode. And so you can kind of see what we're dealing with here. We got the whole world, and it's a pretty short world because it took a while to make the world double. And what you can see here is if I want to go to my sub-world, I just click the 2 down below, and now it's all underwater. And so like it's really hard. You can't copy and paste the sub-world, so it was really hard and took a lot of time to recreate this all. And I think, as far as I know, it's grid perfect. Like it's block for block, it's exactly the same, minus of course the cheeps and the hidden blocks right there. But other than that, I think it's exactly the same, even down to the enemy placement there, and like the Koopa and the Goombas. And so if we hop back here, back to the beginning, I start off with the pipe, and I don't like that arrow showing off in the beginning. If I go like that, you can see the arrow showing off, and so I put that there, and I put the pipe because you'll be entering through there, but I put the piranha plant in there to clearly say, like, yo, you need to go forward, don't even try to go there. And actually, if you look inside here, there's a little blooper there to kind of say this level's supposed to be played underwater. Originally right here in this pipe there was Goombas, but that was a really hard challenge, especially underwater, because the Goombas would fill up kind of in this area. They would fill up underwater underneath the cheap blocks, and so if you guys don't like that, I can change. This kind of seems a little more fitting. Actually, you know what? I like the dog paw. It feels weird to not have it now. But yeah, they fill up there, and so the whole progression of the level though is forcing you to kind of take different paths and really forced to show off that you're gonna need to be underwater at one point. So like this shows off immediately you're gonna be underwater. Then it forces you to come up here to show off this kind of little area to the left, and then it shows off this that you can't get to unless you're underwater, and then it shows that off to show that you're going to need to be underwater. And so the whole level is kind of a reminder that things aren't quite yet complete unless everything is flooded. And so that was the theme I was going for. And I also wanted to, because it was my very first level, I wanted to have that 1-1 vibe. And so you have an enemy approaching right here, and then you have the 1-1 blocks right there. And so yeah, that's my first level. You kind of got, I mean, even these things are different. You can change the colors of these to different things. And so that's kind of cool, like that there's just that added touch. The donuts here aren't really necessary because you can just hop right up there without even doing that. Honestly, that should be a hidden block. It should be that you can't get up there unless you hit the block, but that was my designer mistake early on because it's a very first level. I put those fires there because it was originally supposed to be kind of a Bowser's Castle thing, and then it just ended up being a chain chomp hazard, which I don't know if that was good. And then yeah, this up here is just empty, but then you go underwater, and I filled it with cheeps. Oh yeah, right there. And so the coins there kind of direct you. The arrows are, I like to make everything pretty painfully obvious, because I realize that what may be obvious to me may not be obvious to everyone else, and so I want to make it even more so. And my worry is that sometimes I'm insulting the intelligence of the players online, but at the same time, I think it just kind of helps people get immersed. I don't feel like they're ever like, come on man, that's way too obvious, unless it really gets in the way of the challenge, which an arrow doesn't get in the way of the challenge. It's not like this is supposed to be a puzzle level. It's supposed to be a platforming level, where you kind of go with the flow and kind of experience the level bit by bit. And so that's my very first level in Super Mario Maker. The course ID is in the description below, and maybe I'll put it also on the screen in case you're watching on a format that makes it kind of hard to get down the description. Maybe I'll put an overlay somewhere, or maybe after the video, after the thank you for watching bit. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, though. And be sure to head on over to youtube.com/Kazrisk, or if you're already there, click the like button and the subscribe button to get more Super Mario Maker, Nintendo, and all things gaming culture coverage. And I'll talk to you guys down in the comment section below. And I'll also be releasing, as I mentioned, all of my other Mario Maker levels in this kind of format going forward, and show you guys certain things, give you little bits of advice, and also take your guys' input down in the comment section below. And also, if you guys put your course IDs in the comment section below, I'll play your levels online and on air and show them off in video format. And so maybe I'll even download them and kind of look at the nuts and bolts of what you guys got going on behind the scenes. And so once again, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll talk to you guys down in the comment section below and tomorrow. But in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye.